Welcome back, Carter. Comeback fight of the year has to be Manny Pacquiao. And not that he came back and express, in impressive fashion. I mean, he did beat a junior welterweight, um, a guy coming from a loss, but you gotta look at it in that sense. Manny Pacquiao just lost 2 fights in a row. He got knocked out cold, and he was facing a strong fighter, but slow fighter. But still, he was. It wasn't like he was facing a bum. He came back and fought a good fighter, even though it was it was just a good fight for him, and he came back, and I think the whole you know boxing world is happy that he came back. Like him or hate him, man, he's good for the sport. Period. Enough already. This is retire already. The fighter that needs to retire this year is definitely Roy Jones Jr. And I feel like he's not going to retire anytime soon because he just won his last fight. And he's probably high off himself thinking, oh, I still got it. And everyone must have forgot. But Jones, probably one of the most dynamic fighter in the last 25 years. You could put him up against any fighter in the last 25 years, and Jones, just stands out. You know, um, but he keeps coming back and deteriorating his legacy. You know, he just he just can't keep doing that. Upset of the year um, has to be Rigondeaux versus Donaire. I say this because Donaire was fighter of the year last year before this fight. He was the reigning fighter of the year. When going to the fight, most fights you think, well, this person has a puncher's chance, but he should lose. Like when you look at the Floyd Mayweather fight, you're thinking, well, Canelo has a puncher's chance. So there's a window of opportunity there. Between Donaire and Rigondeaux, we thought the puncher was Donaire, and we thought the better boxer was Donaire, and the bigger fighter was Donaire. The heavier fighter was Donaire. You know, the experience was Donaire. So here you go, going into a fight, and Donaire got completely schooled. Completely. Even the knockdown that Donaire got, it was a cheap knockdown. So it had to be upset of the year because I know a lot of boxing channels I'm watching on YouTube were upset that Donaire lost. So it's not just an upset, but it was an upset. A lot of people were mad. Breakthrough fighter of the year is actually Ruslan. The reason why he got it over Keith Thurman is because Ruslan, you know, no one gave him a shot in the sense where they thought, yeah, he was gonna be a tough fight because he's a tough guy, but he's a sparring partner for Manny Pacquiao. That's all he is, a sparring partner. And then come Bradley, in this fight with Bradley where he lost, but he did such a great job that he got a championship bout right afterwards. And he became a champion the same year he lost. It's a fight that nobody lost really. Because this fight actually, they're talking Ruslan versus Manny, Ruslan versus, Rios, Ruslan versus. They try to tie up Ruslan with anybody. Ruslan versus Juan Manuel Marquez. This is a guy that just lost to Bradley. Just to show you how great of a fighter he proved himself to be by, throughout that fight. So he is the breakthrough fighter of the year. Before the Bradley fight, no one was talking about. No one knew who he was. Before before this year, we knew who Keith Thurman was. You know, we weren't quite sold on him, but we knew who he was. But Ruslan, no one knew who he was. Absolutely nobody. Now he's the talk of the town. And on the same note, I'm saying fight of the year is actually Ruslan versus Bradley. I mean, these guys went at it. There's not one moment in that fight where you were sitting down. It's just not possible. And you can watch that fight over and over again. You're thinking, how in the world did this guy survive leaving that ring? Most improved fighter of the year is actually Maidana. Maidana basically developed a jab. He is following. I mean, he's. I mean, with him versus Broner. No, everyone know he had a puncher's chance because everyone knows Maidana hits hard, but he improved in his boxing game. That was what really did it for him. It's not his punching power. His punching power made sure kept Broner honest, but his skills really got him the win. His improved skills. So most improved fighter of the year, Maidana. Give me my respect, fighter of the year, and that's Danny Garcia. After he beat the so-called machine, everybody took notice. At that point, every criticism about Danny Garcia just went on mute. Oh, he's flat-footed. That went on mute. He throws lucky punches. That went on mute. He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have that much power as such and such. That went on mute. He's not a powerful pound fighter. That went on mute. And he's not number one in the 140 division. That went on mute. So give me my respect, Danny Swift Garcia. Next, best web boxing website right now. I have to give it up to Boxing Socialists. Uh, they're doing their thing, and so that's all I can say about that. My favorite YouTube channel has to be 78 Sport TV. Not because gives you the most news or the most information. It's just that when he gets passionate talking about a fight, or a fighter or a situation, I'm on the edge of my feet laughing my ass off. Um, just last time he was just talking about Manny Pacquiao needing to kiss me with his ass because Manny needs to kiss. Just he needs to swallow his pride and just start kissing some ass. I don't know, man. Dude is just funny. Also, Gambino boxing. He's funny too, but my favorite one is actually 70 Sport News. If you ain't subscribed to him yet, you need to go there. And just some days he just gets passionate about a situation, and you just laugh in your ass off. All right, man. Peace.